Hello everybody, my name is Danielle. I will write my name on the screen for you. And today I'm going to give you a lesson on cultural differences in business. Now you probably have had many problems if you've done international business in trying to understand the customs and behaviors and thoughts of your clients or of your colleagues in different countries. So let's start the lesson now. So our first portion of our series is the cultural differences in business in reference to learning to see through the cultural lens. We will talk about what the cultural lens is in this session. And in future sessions, we will cover other topics about culture and business. So here is our first page. Now, this symbol means different things in different countries. So be careful when you use it and do your research. Okay, now here we can see that in Russia, this means 0. So if you're doing a deal with your client and you want to say, oh, that's okay, be careful. They might think that you are charging them nothing and it will be for free, so be careful. In Japan, this means money. So it's a different story. It doesn't mean 0. It actually means money. And in the UK, United Kingdom, and the USA, United States of America, it means okay. You know, everything's great. You can also give a thumbs up. That's when you stick your thumb up like this. I will type that for you. So you can give a thumbs up to something if you think it's okay or good. You can also make the okay symbol like this. So thumbs up or okay. So be careful when you go to Brazil, though. It's a little bit different. This is an insult, so maybe I shouldn't do that now, right? You also don't do it if you go to Brazil. I don't know exactly what it means, but I don't think I want to know. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, so think about it. What differences and misunderstandings have you come across in your business dealings or travels? So did you ever feel like this when you were doing a business deal with your clients or with partners or colleagues in different countries? Maybe you felt like you were speaking a different language, and I don't mean language like English or Chinese, but I mean there was a big misunderstanding. Not from your language, but from the way you're saying it or the way the client is saying it. There's differences. Okay, so has this ever happened to you before? Maybe it has. Okay, here's the next page. So it's important for us to understand what is culture in order for us to get around the problems that cultural misunderstandings cause. So let's look at the definition together. Culture refers to a group or community with which you share common experiences. And this shapes the way you understand the world. So this means if we all have different communities or groups that we belong to, that means we all understand the world in different ways. So there's many different cultures. We are not just talking about countries. We're talking about differences between groups of people within communities. So there's all kinds of cultures in the world. The same person can belong to several different cultures depending on his or her birthplace, so where they were born, nationality, so which nation or country they belong to, ethnicity. Ethnicity talks about cultural traditions that belong to a group, like what language they speak, what customs they have, what traditions they have. And part of this is where they were born. Family status. So status is the level of money that your family has. The social status, if everyone respects who your family is, if your family has a very powerful position. There's also cultural differences in gender. So this means whether you are a man or a woman. Those are two different genders that exist, man or woman. Age differences. Of course, differences in language. So you and I have a different culture because my first language is English and your first language is something else, maybe Chinese or Taiwanese, for example. Educational difference. We all have different backgrounds. Where we learned, how we learned is different. Physical condition. So our bodies are different. Maybe if someone is born with a less muscular or strong body, that can cause a difference in their lives. Or if they are born with some type of handicap or disability. Sexual orientation. So whether you are married with a woman or a man or the same sex, that can change your culture. Religion, so what your religious beliefs are, your profession or your job, your place of work, and where the place of work has a corporate culture. Your company has a culture. Your company has traditions. Your company has a way of talking to one another and behaving. So this is different in every company. So it's important to be aware of your corporate culture, to understand your employees and who they are and their backgrounds, to get the most out of them and to treat them as they wish to be treated.